Alright, so section 1.5, okay, it's about subtracting, okay, subtracting the real numbers. So just like, we always did, okay. So when you look at the knowledge from the book at first, okay. So this is on page 64, it says, how to do the subtraction, okay. Before we look at the rule, okay, so at first, let's look at some concept, okay, concept. See, when we do a subtraction, well, see for example, x minus y equals z, right? So we call x is what? The million, okay? How do you pronounce this? Minor end, okay? I would say minor end, okay? And the y is called what? Subtrahend, okay? Subtrahend. And z is called the difference between these two, right? Between these two. Okay, so what is the rule or definition for us to do that, subtraction? I believe you guys heard about this before, okay? I'm going to ask a volunteer to read this green box for us. Whose turn? Your turn, please.
For any numbers x and y, x minus y is defined as x plus negative y. To subtract from y from x, add the additive inverse or opposite of y to z. In words, the change subtrend to the opposite from an add. Example, 4 minus 9, 4 plus negative 9 equals negative 5.
Very good. You did a good job, okay? So x minus y, this is the subtraction, okay? So how to do the subtraction? Our key idea is to change the subtraction into what? An addition, okay? So when we change from subtraction to addition, we're also changing y to what? Negative y, okay? What is negative y? Y is called what? Negative y is called the additive inverse or opposite of y to x. So for example, 5, negative 5. They are a pair of additive inverse, okay? Means 5 and negative 5, the sum of these two equals what? 0. 2, negative 2, what? It's a pair of what? Additive inverse or opposites, okay? Or opposite, okay? So when we are subtracting a number, okay, we can change to what? Adding what? By the additive inverse. What is additive inverse of 9? Negative 9, okay? So this question become addition, right? So become a sum. Do you know how to do sum, right? So two different signs, keep the negative sign, and then subtract the 9 by 4, give us 5, right? So this is the definition of subtraction, okay? Well, the rule for subtracting sign numbers, okay, is 2 steps. Okay, how about you? Can you read fast?
Step 1, change the subtraction symbol to an addition symbol and change the sign of the subtend. Step 2, add signed numbers.
Very good, okay. Step 1, change subtraction symbol to addition symbol and then change the sign of the subtrend, okay. So previously minus 9 become plus what? Negative 9. What is the sign of the subtrend? 9. Now once we change from subtraction to addition, 9 we have to, we have to use what? The negative 9, right? Negative 9. Then we add up the sign numbers, okay? This is the key idea for subtraction, okay? So once you understand this, I think we're able to practice, okay? However, on page 67, okay, let's look at that, okay? Sometimes we have to translate words and phrases into expressions, okay? So you know that when we encounter these words and phrases, say difference of, subtract from what, subtract what, less than, decreased by, minus, we use what kind of operation? Subtraction, okay? Yeah, so from the previous section, okay, when we encounter what? More than, right? Add by, right? Increased, those words we use what? Addition, right? Addition, sum, right? So these words are the key words for what? Subtraction, okay? Alright, so I believe we're ready, okay? Yeah, here there's a caution. We should also be careful, okay? When subtracting two numbers, be careful to write them in the correct order. Because in general, x minus y does not equals y minus x. Say, for example, 5 minus 3 equals positive 2. 3 minus 5 give us what? Negative 2. They don't equal each other, okay? For addition, are we able to switch the order? Yes, because addition satisfies what? Commutative rule. 3 plus 5 equals 5 plus 3. However, for subtraction, we have to make sure that they are in order, okay? One is what? The minor end. The other one is called what? Subtrahend. Okay, so we have to keep them in order. Okay, who subtract who? Okay. All right, so let's look at the question from the notes. Okay, now we are ready for the practice questions. All right. Simplify. Okay, so I'm just going to pick out some questions we can do together. Okay, so I choose a question E. Okay, this is negative 26. Okay, let me see what else I would like to try. Okay, E and F. Okay, because they're all very similar. Okay, we just look at the most standard one, and the rest you can practice, right? So negative 26 minus negative 14. Subtraction, guys, right? What is a minor end? Negative 26, we still keep it. Subtract by negative 14. The subtraction, we have to change it to what? Addition. Okay? Then once we change, we have to change the sign for negative 14, right? So what is a negative sign or opposite of negative 14? Positive 14. Okay? So minus negative 14 becomes plus for positive 14, right? Now we're able to do it. Negative 26, positive 14, this is dominant, right? So you see this has a larger absolute value. So we use 26 minus 14, give us negative what? 12. You guys agree with this? Okay, guys, do you see that? Later, if we do more practice, you will see that. Minus a negative number eventually become what? Plus a positive number. Okay, negative become positive. Okay, yeah. So this is one practice question. Can you try the number F and let me know your answer, please? Try the F. Negative 6.5 minus negative 14.2 become what? Plus 14.2, right? So still, yeah, a sum with a different sign numbers, right? Different sign numbers. So negative, positive, which sign should dominate the result? Positive, right? Because 14.2, right? Then we do 14.2 minus 6.5. And then they give us what? What do you have here? 7 point what? 7.7. Does everybody get the correct answer? What's up?
Isn't the dominant sign how could you change it to?
Because this is negative minus negative, right?
Right. So I have to change it to.
Yeah. Because when we change from negative to positive, we also have to change the sign of the subtrahend. So negative 14.2 become positive 14.2. Yeah, very good. Alright, let's try one more problem. Try question G, please. Negative 9 minus 12. Minor, bless you. Minor and does not change. Minus 12 become plus what? plus negative 12, right? Because we change this negative sign to positive. Then we have to change the sign for the subtrahend, right? So what is our opposite of number 12? Negative 12, right? So now you see, for this addition, they're both negative, right? So we keep the same negative sign. How do we do with the absolute value? Do we add up the absolute value or do we subtract? Add, okay? So negative 9 absolute value is 9. Negative 12 absolute value is what? 12. So eventually negative 21. You guys? Okay, I'm going to let you practice another. Alright. Can you try question B, please? What do you get? What's your result? Negative 2, yeah, how do you get that? 16 minus 18 become plus what? Negative 18, right? So that gives us a negative 2, right? Okay, so this is on this page, okay? Can we move on to the next page? Okay. Next page. See? Simplify these expressions by using the order of operations. The order of operation is still the same. Parentheses at first, bracket. Then what? Exponents. Then multiplication, division from the left to right. Then what? Addition, subtraction from the left to right. Okay, always, order of operation is always like that, okay? So let's try some question together, okay? Let's try question D and F. Question B, we have the absolute value. So simplify this, okay, at first. Then question F, we have bracket, we have parentheses, okay. So I'll give you a couple minutes to try both of them, then I will show you how to do them, okay? Let me ask some of you guys to tell me, okay? Are you guys done or no? No? Done? You want to try the question B? Alright, what's your name again?
Jose.
Jose, yeah. I'll hopefully remember your name very quickly because they're only, you guys, okay? So, Jose, can you tell us, number B?
So what I did is those two lines,
Uh-huh.
and then I did negative 9
Mm-hmm.
plus negative 13,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and then plus,
Plus.
18,
Mm-hmm.
and then those two lines again.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be 6 plus 11.
Yeah, positive 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then,
And then after that,
22, right?
Yeah, negative 20.
Yeah, negative 22 eventually give us 22 after the absolute value, right?
And then plus 17,
Okay, 17. So this is
22.
22 plus 17, eventually
It's going to be
39. Does everybody get the same answer? Do you get the same answer? Okay. All right, question F. Who want to try to tell us how to do question F?
Is this supposed to be negative?
Where?
2 is supposed to be negative?
Yeah, it is negative 2. Between of the absolute value, it is negative 2. However, after the absolute value, it give us positive 22. Absolute value of a negative number still give us positive number. Okay, so let's review for the absolute value. What does absolute value mean? Absolute value gives us a distance between the number and 0. Say this is negative 22. Absolute value actually is what? The distance between what? Negative 22 to 0. What is the distance between negative 22 to 0? Positive. Do you have any negative distance from here to there? There's no negative distance, right? So absolute value always give us positive result or 0. So negative 22, absolute value is positive 22.
I thought this 2, I thought it's the same negative number makes it still a negative number.
Yeah, it is. You're right. See, that's how we get negative 22.
So we add them together with negative number and a positive number?
No. This is an absolute value. We keep it, right? It keeps that. This is not a parenthesis. It's not a bracket. It's an absolute value. See, we're using the vertical lines, not parenthesis, right? See, this is absolute value of this, so we're going to compute this. What is the result for negative 9 minus 13? Negative 22. Then, what is the absolute value of negative 22? That gives us positive 22. Everybody agree with this? I know it's hard, right? Absolute value, okay? Absolute value gives us a distance between a number back to 0, okay? If we have negative values, the absolute value always give us positive results, right? What is the absolute value of 0? What's the distance between 0 and itself? 0, right? What is the absolute value of 10? 10, because the distance between 0 and 10 is what? 10. So absolute value gives us a distance. Distance is always positive or 0. So that's why negative 22 absolute value is positive 22 because of the absolute value. We still get negative 22 from the calculation, from the addition, but after absolute value it gives us positive 22. So that's why the sign changed, okay? Alright, so question F. We have bracket, we have parentheses, right? So we have to do with bracket parentheses. Inside of bracket, we have what? Parentheses. So we start from here, right? Start from here. So I would say 42 plus bracket 12 plus. Okay. So inside of parentheses, we're having what? Negative 3 minus 6 become plus what? Negative 6, parenthesis, bracket. Okay, the minus negative 18 become what? Plus positive 18, right? Or you can keep negative of negative 18 and simplify in the next step. 42 plus bracket, still we have to do with this parenthesis, right? So 12 plus, what's negative 3 plus negative 6? Negative 9, right? Plus 18. So compute the bracket at first, 12 plus negative 9.
3.
Positive 3. Plus 18. Only addition, no parentheses, nothing else. Do it from the left to the right, right? 45 plus 18 eventually give us what? 63. Right? See, follow the order of operations. Everybody? Okay, let's move on to the next page, okay? Application page. Write a numerical expression for each phrase and simplify. Okay, let's do question C. Build an expression according to this phrase. 2 less than the difference between negative 5 and negative 7. 2 less than the difference. See, we can tell there is a 2, there is a difference, right? 2 less than this. So, do we use this subtract by 2, or we use 2 subtract by this? 2 apple less than 5 apple should be 5 minus 2, right? 2 less than 5. What is 2 less than 5? 5 minus 2, right? So 2 less than this thing. We should use this thing divided by what? 2, right? For subtraction, order matters, okay? So it's this difference minus 2. Now what difference? It says the difference between negative 2 and negative 7. So negative 5 and negative 7. So do we use negative 5 minus negative 7, or we use negative 7 minus negative 5? Yeah, so difference between them, we keep the order, okay? Negative 5 minus what? Negative 7. Okay, you can use bracket if you want to, or you can still keep the parentheses, doesn't matter, okay? So, we'll have a negative 5 minus negative 7 become what? Plus 7 minus 2. In the bracket, negative 5 plus 7, positive 2. Then, carries a negative 2. What's 2 minus 2? 0. You guys? Alright, so third type of question, like application question, build expression, simplify the answer. We have question A, B, and C. Let's do one, okay? The YMCA. I don't know, this is typo. It's not YWCA. We have we do have YWCA?
There is such thing.
There is a Terre Haute YWCA? Oh, okay. So this is not a typo, okay? Because I was thinking that, we always have YMCA. So this is what? Young Women's something?
I remember it, but I don't know the actual.
So we do have a YWCA, right? Okay. So what's your name again? Cameron. Can you read this question for us?
The Terre Haute YWCA showed a loss of 72,000 last year, and then lost additional 19,000 in the following year. What is its net lose or gain?
Very good, very good. Last year lose 72,000. This year keep on losing 19,000. What is its net loss or gain? So how can we compute this? Last year, when we have a loss, do we use positive 72,000 or use negative 72,000? Loss. Negative, right? So last year, we have a $72,000. This year, then lost an additional 19,000. Subtract by what? 19,000. Or you can say add by negative 19,000. Either way, okay, either way. So if we write it by a subtraction, then we're going to change the subtraction to what? Addition, right? So we're going to add the negative 19,000. So that's why it doesn't matter whether you build the expression as negative or you can build it as addition. You keep on losing another 19,000. What's up?
Wait, wouldn't the 19,000 still be negative because that's still a loss?
Yeah. See? Negative 19,000. You lose this much. Then you add another lose.
But I thought you changed the signs after.
Yeah, I changed the sign from here. Because,
But shouldn't that first one be negative 72,000 minus negative 19,000?
no.
No?
Because if negative minus negative, it become positive. Means if you're minus negative, it become positive. Means you lose for the first year, but you gain for a second year. But it's not. That's not the idea from this question. It says you lose this much, then you lose another 19,000. So that's why we have to subtract by 19,000 or add another lose.
Okay.
Because think about that. You see, negative 19, somewhere to, if you subtract by negative 19, it become negative become what? Positive. So it becomes, you lose for the first year, but you gain for the second year. But you don't gain for the second year, you lose. So that's why we're adding a negative here. Or you subtract a positive, we're adding a negative. So this is not correct. Alright, negative, negative, both negative, keep the same negative sign. Add the absolute value. Should be 91,000, right? Everybody?